you are part of the Nairobi Business Angel.
Yes.
It's all about investments. I mean, now you have like your teeth in this space. Maybe these are entrepreneurs listening to this and, they're wondering, how can I raise money? Okay, we've seen money is not everything, but it's just part of the equation. Yeah. So from your experiences working with startups who want to raise money, what advice do you have for them, or what do you usually look from those entrepreneurs, from the business themselves?
Okay. I'm a terrible fundraiser. There are definitely a lot more better people in the market that can raise a lot more money than I can.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
However, I'm learning fast because what I do in terms of how I fundraise is same as what I'm doing with business. I iterate. I call myself sometimes like one of these robot vacuum cleaners, right? So I hit the wall, then I turn around and make something new. It depends on what you want to build with your business, right? So there are very small business models that can be extremely profitable, right? Having a network of 10 car washes or 10 people who do lawn mowing can be insanely profitable, right? But it depends on what your ambition is, right? And I think you're suggesting if you want to build like a $10 million revenue startup, right?
Yeah.
Now, I would first look at the long-term vision, right? If everything succeeds, what would you want to build? And is that big enough, interesting enough and stuff? But it doesn't mean you start building that from day one, right? So you start with the smallest possible market that you can, with minimum capex, get very high buy-in from customers. So a very big problem for a small group of customers is perfect. And that typically means that you do something better, you do it faster, or you do it cheaper, which I would not recommend because it's a difficult business model. Then talking about fundraising and stuff is talking through your business model with a lot of people. And look, people who are ahead of you, and people who are ahead of you will always try to help you, right? It's people that you are leaving behind that will not try to help you, right? Because they're like, why have you quit your job, right? Why have you quit? You could have just become a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you start becoming an entrepreneur. So I've never been brave enough to completely stop my job to become an entrepreneur, but I rolled into this. And find people who can tell you the truth and ask them, and then do listen. Because what I see in many entrepreneurs is they ask for advice and then they don't listen.
Yeah.
And that's just a waste of time, right? And there's no easier way than to throw away your total credibility if you don't listen to advice from people you've asked for help. So that's what I would do. And then in terms of fundraising, like what I said, there are some people in the market who are extremely good fundraisers. Find a couple of these people and make a very good pitch deck. There are so many good resources on YouTube that tell you how to make a very good pitch deck. There's one from Y Combinator, I think, which is absolutely insane. Yeah. I think it's really good. And get your pitch deck grilled all the time, right? Because the difficult thing of a pitch deck is it's only a couple of pages and you want to say everything.
Yeah.
But you can't, because your business is so much more, and so many things of your business are relevant to you, but they will not be relevant to the investor. So try to be 100% clear, 80% complete, iterate on the pitch deck, go to an investor, get rejected, which will happen all the time.
Yeah.
Get rejected and improve. And ask the investor, like, why don't you? You can always learn. Like that is in the end, the people who are the most, who get the most successful in business are the people who learn and iterate, and you get smacked down on the ground and you just get up again.
Yeah.
And like the other day, I make pretty good slides. I would always say I'm an ex-consultant, strategy consultant, so I advised big multi-billion-dollar companies, right? So I thought my slides were pretty good, and always people said that I make good slides. So I sent one of my pitch decks to an exited entrepreneur who started a grocery startup, because I thought like that would be the ideal person to invest in my company. Yeah. And I've been so persistent with him, and he said like, okay, I can talk to you next week, and like weeks, right? Next week I have time, next week, but then nothing happened, right? So at one point he said like, okay, you've been so annoying, send me your pitch deck. I sent it to him. He responded within 2 hours and said like, I had a look at your pitch deck. It looks awful. It will be very difficult to raise money with this shit. It says a lot about you that you don't have your standards right. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But that's great, right? So someone who is ahead of you, right?
Giving you
says like, yeah, look, your standards are not where they should be, right? Yeah. And that's good. It's very easy to always be comfortable and tell yourself everything is going well. We have a great business. We're growing. Customers are happy, blah, blah, blah. But if you want to play in a different league, you also need to adhere to the standards of a different league. And I looked at my pitch deck and I said like, yeah, it's actually crap.
Yeah.
So then made a better pitch deck.